Hello, everybody, and welcome to another review episode. My name is Oris Daniel. This is Recordbyte Televisions. If you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, I urge you all to do so. Follow us on Facebook at Recordbyte Media and on Instagram at Recordbyte Media for your daily gospel entertainment news. All right, let's talk about a movie titled Boomerang. Today we'll be reviewing Boomerang. The DOP on the set of Boomerang was Kunle Adepoju. All right, Boomerang is a film from the Fruit Bearers Productions International. All right, DOP on the set of Boomerang was Kunle Adepoju. The lighting was done by Mark Olalekon. Sound was done by Tosin Ayeni. Continuity was done by Nike Idowu. And editor was Biodun Williams. Director Kayode Babalola. Producer and writer Adejumobi Oluwaseun. Now to the casting of Boomerang. Chief was Kayode Babalola. Mrs. Bade was Tikemi Johnson. And Princess Anukolade and Funke Abiritope and BC Fumilayo Orogunle. Sorry if I'm not getting the pronunciations right. All right, now to the storyline. Boomerang tells the story of a molested girl child, how girl children are molested, how Anukolade's character, who was Princess, was molested by her father daily and became traumatized, and also other girls, other ladies, Lakumi Rachel, and how this is just talking about the trauma that the girl child faces after she's been raped or sexually molested or harassed. Do you have to see this movie, or should you see this movie? I advise you all to go check it out. Show your teenage girls, screen this movie in your schools, secondary schools, primary schools, screen them in universities, screen them in movie premieres, in cinemas. Everybody needs to watch this movie. It's a movie that is a must watch for everyone because of the message in the movie. It's a great one. No molested child will watch this movie and will not be fired back to herself again, as in will not come back to herself again or will not regain herself again. I mean, this movie shows that there is hope for the molested child. I recommend this movie. Go check it out, go watch it, and then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Now to the good and the bad. Of course, we know we're here for a review and it cannot be perfect. It cannot be perfect. Bajuma, sorry for that. Boomerang was not perfect either. All right, now things I loved about the movie. I liked Adeola Adedamola Salako's character in this movie. She moved out of her usual troublemaker role. We all know Adeola Adedamola Salako. If you see her in the movie, she's making trouble, or she's fighting, she's quarreling. They're just giving her this Iron Lady role in all movies. But in this one, she was calm and she was gentle, and she had an assignment. She had a mission, which I think she had a mission, God-given mission, and I think was good. I think we should learn to not to stereotype characters. That would make us know the talents each actor has. That would make actors or talents exhibit their talents more instead of boxing them in one role, or in one movie they're giving them this role, the same role in another movie. So I think they did well in the casting Adeola Adedamola's character for a quiet and a gentle woman who had a mission from God. Now to the acting. Lara Ayola is a great actor. She interpreted that role perfectly well. When she was admonishing these girls, she gave me goosebumps. It was so powerful. The script was so weighty. The way she talked, the way she interpreted that role was so on point. She played the role of the counselor that was counseling the molested girls, and she did a great job. Kolade's acting too was great. Rachel Lakumi too was good in interpreting her role as well. All these girls did a great job in this movie. They're all good actors, and we all know that, and they didn't let us down in Boomerang. Now to the picture quality. The picture quality was great as well. It was good, not great, but it was good. And the editing was good, the story was great, and the costuming were appropriate for each character. Now to the bad. I think Anukolade's character, who was Princess, seemed like somebody suffering from drug abuse rather than rape. I think the way she interpreted the role was rather of somebody suffering from drug abuse, maybe drug abuse, someone who has taken drugs, rather than a rape victim. Personal opinion. Next one was that the gate man struggled with the Hausa accent. He was to play this role of a gate man who speaks Hausa, who speaks English, but with a Hausa accent or Hausa intonation. But we could tell that this guy, or this man rather, was struggling with the accent. In some scenes, he will forget the Hausa accent and speak normally in some areas, and then go back to the Hausa accent in some scenes. I felt that that was a mistake. He would have done better with the Hausa accent. Even in the scenes where he used the Hausa accent, I felt he could have done better than he did. some sound effects that were used in some of the scenes would sound too cheap and too common or too weak for a standard movie. Some sound effects, it was just like a video show editor or a Viva video editor. It wasn't really weighty in some areas. I'm not talking about all the areas now. The theme song was good. I'm not talking about the theme song. I'm just talking about the sound effects or the sound that were put in some places, especially where Ashake was selling plantain to Tokpe Abiri's character. That scene, the sound effect that was put there shouldn't have been put. I didn't like that at all. Next thing was that the sound of the dialogue was not matching with the character's lips at some point in some areas. Next thing was that a woman would not see a stranger in an uncompleted building and then go to her immediately to rescue her. I think the husband should have been the one to rescue, then the wife will be hiding at his back. We know our Nigerian moms, how they behave now. I mean, nobody will you just see someone in an uncompleted building, and then you are not even afraid as the woman of the house. You just went straight, and then you just went to help her directly like that. I mean, that didn't work. The man should have gone first, then the woman followed. Next thing was that Anukolade's character was escaping from the front door. I mean, how can you be escaping from the front door? What happened to the back door? You're escaping from the front door where everybody is looking at you. I think the gate man even saw her, and other people should see her. So I think where she was escaping, she should have escaped from the back door and not from the front door. That didn't look realistic. The sound design was quite flawed in some areas. The sound design should have been well done, better than it was. Next thing was that an African mother who her child escaped from your hand when you tried to rape her would not just come and look at you or try to accuse you. She would jack you and try to fight you. But Mommy Adekusibe's character just came and talked to Kayode Babalola's character. Well, you're the one trying to rape my daughter, and that was all. The director didn't really give her much time or much moves to express the anger that was on her. Imagine if they've raped your daughter. I mean, the director should have given her much time, or her script should have been more than it was to attack Kayode Babalola's character. Then maybe others should separate them at that point. Next thing was that Richard's scripts and Lanre's script were not much. They were not weighty. They didn't have much to say, and they needed to talk at some point. They just talk a little and then they keep quiet, and then they want you are saying in them that they want to say more, but because their script is not much or their script is not weighty, they just keep quiet. I felt they should have had more lines to say than they had. Next thing was that the camera was jerking at some point in some areas. Anukolade's character looked like a maid rather than a daughter. Seeing the costume, what she was wearing, she looked more like a maid than a daughter. I mean, her father is violating her. Should have put on good clothes, should have worn good clothes, but emotionally she wouldn't have been okay. That would have been better. Next thing was that there were no sound effects in some areas that they were supposed to be. Rather, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I'm able to gather for Boomerang. Go check it out. It's already on Fruit Bearers Films YouTube channel. At last, I'll be rating Boomerang a 7/10. Bye for now. Catch you all later in the next one.